Well, hey there, guys. Don with Pa's Garden Journal. And this week we're looking at collecting flower seeds. Now, I know that sounds like a mundane, draggy kind of thing to be doing. Part of gardening, if you're going to keep, replenishing yourself without having to go spend a lot of money to buy seeds. I buy vegetable seeds. I don't save any of those because I don't do that many. Flower seeds, on the other hand, I use flower seeds over and over and over. I plant them. All of these you've seen in my videos, all these right here, those are from last year's seeds. And I planted those, saved them during the winter, and I put them out here in the springtime when I planted the garden, and they're coming up. I put them out in some flower beds, my driveway entrance beds out there. They're real good, real easy to reproduce. The biggest thing with putting up seeds is to keep them dry. Don't let them get moisture, don't let them get damp, because they'll be molding and that kind of thing. So I'll get into that a little bit here in just a second, but I just want to introduce this to you today. Here's what we're going to do, and then I'm going to walk you through collecting a couple of these. I mean, I got hundreds, thousands probably of seeds when you break out the little seed heads, but I don't go to that trouble at this point. But I will just show you a video of me clipping some back, saving them, how I go through that process, and then I'll come back at the end and we'll wrap it all up for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back in just a second. Here we go. Hang in there. I think the easiest thing to show you would be these zinnias. And if you look here, you can kind of see, I mean, these are doing great, still blooming great, but here you go. That's what I got. That's a dead seed head that'll just crumble all to pieces. And what I do is snip those off without really doing a lot of damage to them. And I have a bucket. I just throw them in my bucket, which is like an ice cream tub. And I empty those all year long just so I'll have them. But anyway, I do that, and I get every one I can find that's dying off. But I just, like I said, I just do the zinnias because I don't want to get them mixed up. I want to keep them so I know what's what come next year's planting time. But I snip them off, and in drying seeds, the biggest thing you have to do is keep them dry. You want to, I'll take these and throw them in this bucket. I have an open shop outside. It's like an open barn, open air barn. I don't leave it open 24/7, but I do lock it up at night. But during the day, I have all the windows open and the doors open. It gets a good flow of air through there. And those sit out there on the counter and they will dry for weeks. I don't go back and, what do you call it? Where you just go back and crumble them up and separate all that out, and just let them, put them in paper folders and paper envelopes and do all that. I just take a popsicle stick, put zinnias on it, throw it in the bucket, and I'll leave that bucket sitting back there till next spring. And when I go to get those, I'll just take them and set them out, just like I did these. These are from last year. So I do the same thing, and I've got the same exact process, same exact thing you do. Let me turn the camera around. The same exact thing we're doing when we do the Cosmos, and that's what you get right here with all this. And as you can see, they're not as big heads, but again, each little one is still all on its own. See if I can get this one to show you. It's tiny, real tiny, but that's a seed head. And you take that and put it in a bucket, on its own bucket, and do the same thing again, just like I did with the zinnias. All there is to it. And again, as I look at what I have planted this year, these are my black-eyed Susans, and they are the same exact thing. Here's some. You can see all the dead heads on there. I'll be putting all those in a bucket and let them sit till next year. And as they crumble and fall apart on their own, the seeds separate out from the husk, and they're all collected up in the bottom of the bucket. So that is how I do my seeds. I collect them all, keep them separated, keep them in a dry place. Don't let them get wet or damp because they'll start molding. But once I do that, I feel real good about it. I'll throw them in the ground next spring when I put out my tarps. And you see these, if you can tell when I've got this one here, if you look right there, I've got 3 rows of holes on this 3-foot wide tarp. But anyway, I do that, and I plant flower seeds in every hole. And these marigolds, you see, did not germinate as good. But now that I've got these few, look at all the dead heads that's on these. I've got to pretty much just get in here and pull up the whole plant and break it off into a bucket and collect all that, because they're already falling on the ground on their own, and birds are still getting in here as well. So that's my seed collecting. That's how I do it, and really not a lot to that. Well, all right. I hope you learned something today. One is collecting seeds is not that complicated. You can make it as complicated as you want to deal with. I don't. Like I went through the whole process of what I do, and we've collected today. I've done the zinnias, I've done cosmos, I've done black-eyed Susans, I've done marigolds, and that's pretty well it, because that's what I've got out here in the garden. But pretty much any seeds will reproduce if you deadhead them when the seeds are dried on the vine, and just break them off and keep them someplace dry until next spring. And then when you time to plant, and you plant your garden, plant your flower seeds, and even your flower beds around the yard or whatever. And I'll give you a look here at what we got today as we was collecting these things. So now that our time of collecting is finished, here is a good portion of what I've got today. My zinnias, I've got 2 bucketfuls of zinnias, multicolors. Certainly we're going to be pretty when it gets blooming this year. Here is 2 buckets of, I call them black-eyed Susans, but Rudbeckias. So brown-eyed Susans, I think it's in the front bucket. Those are the black-eyed Susans. I got 2 bucketfuls of marigold seeds. It's just unbelievable when they're produced like that. Cosmos, you can't see a whole lot about it, but you can see the seeds are tiny, and it take a mountain to fill it, or truckload to fill up that bucket. But I got quite a bit of seeds, and I think we're going to be in good shape come next spring. That's a lot of flower seeds right there. So there you go. That's how you do it, and I hope you try it and let me know. Drop me a comment if you save your seeds already. I know it's not the greatest process in the world, but it's easy and it's uncomplicated. So I wish you luck with it, and I'd like to see what you did with yours next year. So kind of keep us posted so we can see what you get from your seed saving experience. And I appreciate you watching, and I sure do would appreciate it if you would let your buddies know about this and help me out. If you don't subscribe, please do that. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's just one of the free things in life, I guess. But I would appreciate you following me. and helping my channel grow. I'm not going too crazy with this stuff. I try to keep it simple. And if there's anything you want to see me work on or talk about or do or show you how I might do it, drop me a comment and let me know. And again, I appreciate it. And I'm doing my thing today and going to that porch swing and get me a glass of sweet iced tea. And I'm just going to sit and relax for a little while. Join you in the next one.